Poppy Playtime 4. The Ultimate Horror. The Nightmare Returns. The abandoned Playtime Co factory was never truly empty. You knew this the moment you stepped inside. The air was thick with dust and decay, but beneath it, something else lurked. Watching. After barely surviving your last encounter with the Collector, you swore never to return. But when an encrypted message appeared on your laptop, reading, "They're not done. It's still alive. You have to stop it before it wakes up." You had no choice. The coordinates led you to a hidden underground facility, one that wasn't in any blueprints. The entrance was buried beneath the ruined game station, locked away for decades. This wasn't just another part of the factory. This was where the real nightmares were made. The abyss below, pushing the rusted metal door open, you stepped inside. The scent of oil and something rotten filled the air. Unlike the main factory, this place wasn't abandoned. It was preserved. Rows of massive storage tanks lined the walls, filled with dark liquid. Inside each one floated something unnatural, twisted, failed prototypes, each more grotesque than the last. Some had multiple limbs, others had no faces at all. But they all had one thing in common. They were moving. A control panel flickered to life beside you. A single file was left open. Project Nightmare Prototype. Status: Containment compromised. Warning: Do not engage. Subject mimics and adapts. No known weaknesses. Your heart pounded. Before you could react, the tanks burst open one by one, releasing the horrors trapped inside. And then, the screaming began. The horror awakens. A deafening screech echoed through the halls as the largest experiment lurched forward. Its body was a writhing mass of black tendrils, stitched together limbs, and glowing, hollow eyes that burned into your soul. It didn't just see you, it understood you. The creature's mouth, if it could be called that, twisted into something resembling a grin. Then it spoke. "You brought me back." The factory trembled as it charged. You ran. The final stand. There was only one way to stop it. Deep within the laboratory, a containment override could be activated. If you reached it in time, you could trap the entity before it escaped into the real world. But the monster was faster, smarter. It knew the factory better than you ever could. Every hallway twisted into a labyrinth of terror. The lights flickered as its massive form crawled through vents, its whispering voices growing closer. "Why run? You let me out. Now I want to play." With your last ounce of strength, you reached the control panel. The screen blinked. Final lockdown sequence. Initiate? Yes. The alarms blared. Doors slammed shut. Machinery whirred to life. The monster let out an ear-piercing scream as metallic arms snapped around it, forcing it back into containment. It fought. It writhed. It laughed. "This isn't over. I never sleep. I never die." And then, silence. The unknown future. The factory remained sealed. No one would ever know what really happened inside Playtime Co. But as you stepped outside, exhausted and shaken, you noticed something chilling on your phone screen. A new message. "You only stopped one. There are more. And next time, they'll be waiting for you." To be continued.